everyone, today we're diving into something pretty special. I've had this baritone for a while now and I've written something, well, let's just say it brings out the guitar's true nature. But before we unleash the full beast, if you're new here and you like what you're hearing, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click the bell as well to join our growing community of gear enthusiasts. It's so much appreciated and you totally rock. But now let's talk about what makes this guitar so menacingly good. Firstly, at just 190 pounds, that's like 250 US dollars. It might be the best value you'll find this side of the underworld. Now just look at these curves. The body shape is what initially drew me in. It's aggressive yet elegant, like a carefully crafted weapon. And I've got to say, it looks absolutely killer in white with this black pickguard. I really like the look of this. First up, this is a 30-inch scale length baritone. And yes, when I first strapped it on, I felt like a kid holding their dad's guitar. Feels kind of, very far away, but don't let that scare you. The balance of this guitar is actually incredible, and once you adjust to the scale length, it feels like this thing was possessed by the spirit of pure comfort. The maple neck has a fantastic C-shaped profile that has just a touch more girth than your average super strap, but nothing that's going to intimidate your hands. It's actually perfect for handling the tension of these lower tunings. I tuned this to A standard and also dropped G, and it handled both tunings like a dream. Or should that be a nightmare? Now, speaking of dark, these chrome humbuckers are voiced pretty dark by nature. While I would have liked a bit more brightness to let the natural tones shine through, they absolutely nail that menacing heavy sound. I did need to EQ them quite a bit to bring out some of the definition when I did my mix, but for a sub 200 pound guitar, I can kind of live with that. And it's not all doom and gloom. Check out these clean tones. How cool did that sound? Those clean tones are warm and full, though again a split coil option would have been nice for some spanky kind of single coil type sounds. By the way, I'd like to thank G4M Music for sending me this guitar and sponsoring today's video as well. While this is a sponsored video, all the opinions expressed are entirely my own and based on my genuine experience with this actual guitar. Now, I had a really great time playing Damien here. There's something about the low tuning that just makes you want to chug and unleash some glorious, heavy, brooding, evil sounds, and this guitar delivered beyond my expectations. I was genuinely surprised by how full and fat it sounds, in the best possible way, of course. The simplicity is part of its charm. Fixed bridge, strings through the body, 2 humbuckers, a volume and a tone control, and a perfectly placed 3-way toggle switch. Sometimes less really is more. Combine that with the fantastic neck and the killer looks, and you've got something pretty special, I think. I mean, who knew evil could look this good? Let's talk about what makes this guitar heavenly and a little hellish. First, the pros. The reverse headstock is absolutely killer. I love the look. Reverse is my thing. Then there's the incredible resonance. This thing vibrates like crazy with the entire body and neck responding to every note you play. When I strum it, it just goes nuts in my hands. That translates into massive sustain and really lets the older body and the maple neck shine through tonally. The price is absolutely insane. $189.99 or 190 pounds. That's 250 bucks. For a guitar that plays this well is pretty mind-blowing. Even if I drop in some new pickups and add coil splits, we'd still be looking at a total cost that's way, way, way low. Simple, straightforward controls. Just a volume, a tone, a 3-way toggle, and that's it. No option paralysis here. Plug in and unleash hell. It's extremely comfortable despite the long scale length as well. Once I got used to it, it was absolutely fine to play. Now, there are a few cons for me. The pickups could be brighter. Like I said earlier, they are a little bit on the dark side, and I prefer brighter pickups anyways. The fretboard edges could do with a little bit more rolling. I noticed them digging into my hand a bit during some of those heavy rhythm parts that I was playing. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something you'll feel during longer playing sessions. No coil splitting option, but that can be easily added. Also, non-locking tuners, but they do the job pretty well. Overall, I think G4M really nailed it with this guitar. It has just the right touch of evil. Not too much, not too little. Just enough to inspire some seriously dark creativity. And by the way, for those of you who want to know, for those crushing tones, I'm running through the Plugin Alliance Deizel VH4 and the amazing Mercurial 6163 Stealth plugins for the rhythms. Absolute beasts that paired perfectly with this guitar's natural aggression. For the solos, I switched over to the 6163 plugin because it's one of my favorite amp plugins ever, and I knew it would cut through the mix when I did some of my lead work. Now, remember that evil little number you heard at the start? Well, I actually wrote that track about 10 years ago for a metal band that I was in at the time, but it never saw the light of day. Until now. The main riff is in 3/4, giving it this relentless driving and slightly disconcerting feel. And I played the solos on my pimped out G4M Super Strat guitar as well, which is a pretty awesome guitar. I did a video on that one also, which I will link in the video description box and somewhere up here as well if you want to go and check it out after you watch this video and listen to the track, of course. Alrighty folks, if you enjoyed this review of this pretty awesome guitar, make sure that you hit the like button, leave a comment, and let me know what you think of baritone guitars and this one in particular. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. Want more exclusive content and perks? Head over to my Patreon page for some really scarily good rewards. Until next time, stay evil. In the best possible way, of course. Enjoy the track, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.